So much fail content to enjoy. Speaking of that, we have Diablo 4. So he looks up the guy's Twitter. Sorry, it's paused here, but you can see this is the guy's Twitter name. And this guy never...
What is going on?
The account doesn't even exist.
Because what's fucked up about this, dude, is listen to the start.
Okay.
Right now, we're going to answer all your questions about Diablo 4.
And we haven't read any of these.
So what they're saying is that the Diablo 4 developers, I don't know, like they made up questions or something like that to ask themselves. And then they make a video answering the questions that they asked themselves. Rob from the block.
They're not even trying. You can't have fucking spaces in a Twitter
Look at
account.
this.
They're literally not even trying anymore. Like, fucking Rob from the block. Fucking Rob. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Twitter. Rob from the block. Okay.
Okay, that's really fucking good. That is insanely holy shit, that's fucking good. Wow. Wow, that is so perfect. I cannot believe this.
He watched the bit. He skipped it.
Look at the beard.
He skipped ahead in the video and found the next fake account, and then he got it.
Location of the
Fake
block.
account.
Lilith's bloody.
Hashtag
Oh my.
42069 from the Futures Game Show. Oh
my
God.
fucking God.
Yo, he could have just had a dick on my screen. Thank God that he's not malicious.
On Twitter.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you opened it off stream, so it wouldn't have been an issue. So yeah, watch the full video on YouTube. Okay, let me find it real quick. All the questions in this Diablo 4 Q&A are fake.
They're literally not even trying anymore. Rob from the block. Fucking Rob. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna skip through this. I'm not gonna watch the whole video. I'm just gonna look at a few things.
Wait, it's not even real. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the actual? Wait, so it's literally not even real. This is
They edited info in YouTube that they altered nicknames for anonymity. Check it. Some of the usernames in the video have been altered for anonymity at the request of the user. Okay, alrighty. And so let's go ahead and just do this. So all we have to do is search this exact phrase on Twitter, and then we should be able to find the tweet with the original user. As you can see here, it does not exist, and this is the only tweet here. And this person, let me just go ahead and open it up and just double check right now. And the only tweet this person has ever made, Emma Rocks, is I love Justin Bieber. And if you look at latest, this shows all tweets that could ever contain this text in this order. So if you write down verbatim this text, you should be able to find the original tweet that the text contained without needing the username, because there's enough words in order for it to be a unique message. Remove the quotations. Okay. Okay, after removing the quotations and checking on top and latest, there has been no new results, and both of these have just simply been this one individual. So there was never an instance of an individual who typed this on Twitter, ever. No person has ever typed this onto Twitter. So let's go ahead and search this specific text right here, and we're going to search it onto Twitter, okay? And we're going to see if this one is real also. So now we're going to put this into quotations, and we're going to search it onto Twitter. And we're going to see if there was ever an instance of a Twitter user who ever asked this question in the history of Twitter. There's a guy who's watching the stream right now. He just posted this right here, and he typed it out, and here's his Twitter page. It's a picture of him with his dog. Hi, what's going on, man? Dad jokes my own. Yep, we see that. Thanks for watching, man. Really appreciate it. And so we got this guy right here. And let's go back to it, though. So this was the only instance. This was the only instance of anybody ever typing this string of words together on Twitter. So neither of these tweets exist, and as far as I know, they never existed. Regardless of the username, as you can see, I searched, and this was not the username. This is not Rob from the block. This was TGDV. What if they are private accounted? I'm sure that's it. All of the people that asked questions are private accounted. For sure, yeah, they're all private accounts. Definitely. Okay.
Hot off the press, guys. This could be huge. This could be massive. This could change everything.
I'm Diablo 4's Associate Game Director, Joseph Pipora.
My name is John Mueller. I'm the art director on Diablo 4, and right now we're going to answer.
For 10 years, and they do this kind of fake shit all the time. It's so why was it so important to include this in Diablo 4? Bro, wait, what the is this? It's actually like they wrote the questions, made up the accounts. This is creeping me out, dude. I don't like this. I felt like a conspiracy theorist guy at the beginning, but now it's like, wait, what the fuck's even happening? Where was I? Like, now it's like, I don't know, dude. This is fucking Monarch ass, dude. Like, cause who asked this? Thanks for putting couch co-op into the game. I imagine it makes development significantly harder. Why was it so important to include this in Diablo 4? Like, literally nobody asked that. I work for a...
Hey, Asmongold, why are you so good-looking and smart, and you're always right about everything? I don't know, man. That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like more people should be asking stuff like that. So accurate, so true, just like everything else.
Production company for 10 years, and they do this kind of fake shit all the time. It's so why though? I feel like that just betrays trust if it's so easily like disproven, right? I don't understand it. We're sitting down with default.
Well, the reason why they do it is because a lot of people, and also I want to make this extremely, very, ultimately, like super, super, super clear. This probably didn't have anything to do with Blizzard. And I bet it had to do with the people that ran this interview. And the people that ran this interview presented the questions to... No. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? Just listen to what I'm saying. I have conducted interviews with Blizzard before in the past. Blizzard asked me before I did the interview with Ian if I could send them the questions to make sure Ian could give good answers to all of them. They did not mark any of my questions like, oh, we're not going to answer this. So this person would have sent... This is their policy and their media policy for dealing with... like public relations. So that means that these questions probably came from Future Games Show and not from Blizzard. And the reason why I think that is because that's the way that my interview went, and that's also the way that other interviews from other people that I know went. So my expectation is that this person just didn't get a lot of replies, and then they just made up a number of replies. That doesn't make it okay. I don't know. I mean, like, are we really going to crucify Blizzard for going on some interview show where the guy made up a few questions? Like, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but like, am I really going to get mad about this? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that Blizzard didn't do anything wrong. Like, yeah, sure, like, it's dumb. Like, yeah, it makes them look bad. Yeah, for sure. For sure, definitely does. But, like, I don't really have, like, the emotional energy to get angry about this. Like, knowing what I know of their process... I don't think that Blizzard gave them fake questions and then said, ask us these questions. It's just funny. Yeah, it's just funny, guys. Companies make up fake questions for the sake of discussion all the time. You're right, and I think that does happen. And like, for example, I'll even give you an example of that. So Amazon was caught doing this for their unions, and they were caught making fake accounts and then having those unions, fake accounts of people that were Amazon workers that didn't want to be part of a union. So there actually is precedent for that happening. It's called, actually, there's a term for it. It's called astroturfing. So I agree with you that it does happen. I just don't think that we have enough evidence at this point in time to say that Diablo 4, the developers, or anybody at Blizzard was aware, or even this was on their radar. that like this person would have made up fake questions. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's the point that I'm making. It's possible. It is possible that Blizzard did it. You're right. I just don't think that's what happened. I just think it's funny.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. So this person didn't get any responses at all.
Wait, what? Wait, do you think like... Wait, nobody asked questions? I mean, this is a better version of reality. This makes me feel less, like, dirty. This makes me, like, this... Okay, these guys got... This is another hypothesis. Instead of Blizzard making up fake questions...
Do you think they'll address it at all? No, I don't think they'll address it. There's no reason for them to address it. Like, if I was Blizzard, this is what I would do. I just wouldn't do a show with this guy again because it made them look bad, right? Like, I wouldn't do the show with them again, right? And also, like, why would you do the show with a person that gets no followers anyway? Like, Blizzard, why didn't you do it with me? Hey, hi. Would have asked better questions than that. But okay. Pick winners next time.
It actually wasn't Blizzard who made up the fake questions. It was actually fake questions made up by this future game show because they had no one asking them.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. Yeah, I think Future Game Show made up the questions.
That's just depressing. Like, people making these accounts now? Really, dude? Really? They're making fucking... They've made accounts. They're making fucking...
Oh, God.
Well, now, boys.
Thanks for putting couch co-op in the game. Oh, that's nice. You're welcome. I imagine this makes development significantly harder. Why was it so important to include this in Diablo 4?
To be fair, it looks like it's written by the same person, because the way the fucking questions are, like, formatted, right? The way the questions are formatted, they make a statement about the game.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's no questions about, like, how big are Lilith's boobs? Like, you know, like, where's the real questions? Like, do angels have dicks? You know, like, that's the kind of stuff that you'd want to ask in a Diablo 4 Q&A, but we're not getting any of that.
Statement, and then they ask a question every time.
Important to include this in Diablo 4.
What? Yeah, of course.
I mean, I think couch co-op, for anybody that's played it, is just a really amazing experience. It's like a social experience. It's like, you know, I think playing with, like, a friend or family. I mean, you know, we've heard so many stories and read so many stories. I know from the very beginning...
So you get to ask all these questions, and you make the most dog shit, mediocre, mid-trash questions ever.
It was always like, this is you know, we're always testing it. We're always making sure that it's not breaking or it's not being forgotten. Yeah. You know, so through the whole development of Diablo, we were always kind of checking in, making sure couch co-op felt good.
Yeah, I will say this: that's a common question in the design pit, and when we talk with engineers, it's just, well, how would that work in couch co-op?
How much do you think got fucking cut out of the game because couch co-op exists? For real, how much do you think they had to limit the design of the game because couch co-op exists? Like when they're designing bosses, when they're designing zones, they're designing events.
Quinn makes a very good point.
There are so many features and so many things you can't do the second, like, you have to have two players on the screen at the same time. Split screen? Well, they don't have a fucking split screen, do they? They don't need to invent split screen at that point. The point is, they teleport both. Yeah, but what if they didn't want to teleport both? What if the whole point was one person gets teleported down and they had to go kill the hearts and that guy fucks up the whole group wipes? Huh?
Heistmeister on Reddit says, will skill trees be further expanded with new...
Okay, Heistmeister? Okay, dude. Wait, let's have a look at this. Let's go. Will skill trees be further expanded when new branches, choices, existing abilities in the future? Future seasons, I'd love to... Hey, good question, you know? Hey, I mean... I'd love to see skill clusters like the Necromancer's Curse cluster to have some extra oomph. Heistmeister. Does Heistmeister exist, guys? Heistmeister SoundCloud? This guy says a SoundCloud here from Heistmeister. Nothing to hear here. Okay.
So he's not a Diablo 4 rapper.
Alright, read it for 10 years. One post. Wait, one post karma. Ah, so there's no post. Comments.
Yeah, you start with one karma, I believe.
What the this looks so bad and so weird and so, like... This is so cringe and weird.
It is so, like...
This is fucking freaking me out, dude. Like, what is real? Do we need to be looking at, like, accounts and, like, being like, I don't know, dude. What the fuck? What?
It is really weird, right? Feels good different? Yeah, on the PTR. I remember that one, too. This is really weird. And I love
Like,
how
are we living in the?
I think here's the truth is that this is another reason why I think that it was actually this person and not Blizzard that did it. Because Blizzard would never address a controversy. They would never actually address a controversy like this in any way. Like they did with the WoW token because that was like a game thing. But this is like internet drama. So like this person is addressing it on their own YouTube channel in the comments. It was the interviewer, I think, that made up these questions. It could be formatting questions to look better than the original questions. Maybe. Maybe. This is exactly what Amazon Games did on Twitter. They asked the community to come and design your own things into the game. Then after that, they announced that Shroud makes his own design into the game. Well, I don't remember that. I guess that's why Pez Radar screens questions or in the Q&A section in live streams always says the name of the accounts out loud without showing their name on screen. Well, I think that that's just literally him reading it off of off a chat, right? I mean, I think that's a little bit different.
Matrix track, and we need to wake up. Like seriously, Joe isn't even a real. Joe isn't even a developer. They hired him from Fiverr. Oh my God, they're all just actors, dude.
This is really something we're thinking about more as part of like our expansion releases. So, which I know we're not talking about expansions too much today. We'll talk more about those in the future. But for like big additions to the skill tree, that's really where they want to be. Now we will be doing like meta changes and tuning on a regular.
Are they gonna hold it for the expansion, dude? What the fuck?
From season to season as we go.
Yeah, you know, obviously the improvements to the game will be withheld, so you can pay for them later on in the future.
And adding more, like again, more legendary items, more unique items
Yeah.
for players to collect as they play.
Rose from Movies 11 on YouTube says,
Rose from Movies 11. Can we get any info on what the Battle Pass looks like? Will it be a challenge based on Halo?
I mean, like, it just sounds so bad whenever it's like, wow. It's like the questions, like, it would be okay if the fake questions, again, were like, so how many times did Lilith and Inarius bang it out? Was it like a one-time thing, or did it happen for like a few months? Because, like, I had a girlfriend, and she was crazy like Lilith, and, like, man, it went on, and then it stopped, and it went on again, right? And so, like, they're not even the, like, if you're gonna fake questions, why not fake good questions? You know, fake them to make them believable. Not like, man, I sure do love battle passes. How many of them can I buy? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Well, XP based, like, no one will. Okay, let's find it. We need to find out this. Okay, we need to find out. Okay, this is what, you can check YouTube views this, right? Rose from Movies 11.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit, look. It's
Number one.
The thing we're watching right now, dude.
Yeah.
This channel does not exist. Bro, what the fuck? Who would have guessed this isn't a real question? Because they're just asking about the fucking battle pass, dude. Oh my God, what is this? Wait, is that real? Lilith? Lilith?
Well, that, I mean, everybody does that. Like, that's just a YouTube thumbnail. That's not a big deal. The interviewer who faked this, Diablo, can just tweet, and a lot of people would have asked these questions to them. Yeah, it's especially active since the devs are active on Twitter. They answer public questions every day. Why not pick some of them instead? They even answered a question I made about the control of movement skills in consoles. Yeah, I feel like it's not a big deal to get in contact with them. Like, I've complained about multiple things, and I think that they've seen my messages before. So yeah, I just, what a weird situation that, again, I don't know if Blizzard did this based off of, again, like, my knowledge of the Blizzard, like, PR, like, machine. I don't think that this would fit into the machine very well. So I don't think that Blizzard did this, but, like, it shouldn't have even ever been a question. And if FGS did fake this, that is such a massive fucking L. That it's such a massive L, and it makes Blizzard look bad. Like, there have been enough Blizzard situations recently, right? Do we really need another one? Why don't you interview Blizzard? If any of the Diablo 4 devs want to come on my stream and talk about the game, I would be more than willing to. Isn't it about the messenger itself? Why even try to shoot the messenger? Instead, we should look at the depth and relevance of the question. So let's go ahead and let's talk about that. Isn't it about the message itself? Why try to shoot the messenger? I think that at the moment where deception is evident, I think that deception is almost always an admission of guilt. Like, the fact that you are deceiving to begin with means that there is something that is left wanting. There is something that is incomplete, that's not good enough in your mind, because if the truth was enough, you would just use it. Now, there are some people that are just compulsive liars and they make shit up all the time, and, you know, it is what it is. But I'm talking about in a general sense. I think in a general sense, if somebody is saying something that's not true, or even embellishing, like a person that is successful and confident and actually has accolades and accomplishments, I don't think that you're going to see a lot of embellishment there. Embellishment is whenever, like, you're like you get a resume from like a 19-year-old kid, and he's got all these things that are basically like different ways of structuring that he knows how to use Microsoft Word. You know, like he's used international website trading programs. It's like, bro, no, like, what are you talking about? You changed your MySpace profile. Like, you can use HTML? No, you didn't. Like, what do you mean? You inspected Element on Firefox. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Do you think there's something bigger at play? No, I don't think so. I think it's just this person made up fake questions. I don't think this is a fucking conspiracy. I don't think that we just figured out the missing connection between Jeffrey Epstein and Pizzagate. I don't think that we did any of that. I just think that this guy came up with some bullshit questions, and it just makes Blizzard look stupid.